We're here. Look at here.
There's one thing that he does that I don't like, and it's when he's in the pocket, he carries like he holds the ball low.
Yeah, and that's why he fumbled a lot. They had a lot of there in the spring and stuff when he came in. For Bryce Young last year, he turned the ball over a lot. All right, welcome YouTube fans here. We're live on a feed here talking college football right now. If you hear some noise from another feed, I've got 3 feeds on here. We got Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and I can only join people through. Fix my little hair. I got a little decent, set up here. All right. We look through Instagram, so we have Caleb Hatcher on here, my nephew on. So if you hear him talking, that's him. You can't see him, but you can probably hear him. So all right, we got all 3 feeds going. We're talking college football here, folks. College football. It's here, 2023. We're gonna take on ask questions of games, picks, who thinks gonna win, SEC, the national championship, whatever. But this is just our trial side. It's my first one here, so we're trying to see how good it does. We may do it the whole season. We're gonna see. So back to the master of college football, Caleb Hatcher. All right, we've got expansion news. We've got everything. Big Ten expansion, UCLA, USC, Colorado, Arizona, and the Big 12. Questions?
All these conference expansions.
We just heard this week. This has happened. Stanford, Colorado, or not Colorado, Cal, SMU headed to the ACC. Tough. It's tough. Do you know this deal that just SMU just acquired? They wanted in so bad that they are not taking no TV rights, no TV money for 9 years. I don't understand. They ain't gonna make no money. I guess they just so, I guess they're just so excited they want to be in an ACC. I don't know.
They're having to sacrifice that stuff now because if they're not on TV, they're never going to get a name and likeness deal. They're never going to attract. There won't be no guy ever want to go play if you're not playing on TV.
But not to take that money, though. That's going to be tough. If you're just joining, you might hear somebody in the background. On my Instagram account, it's Caleb Hatcher. On the other feeds, I can't get anybody joined, so I'm joining it. So, the one, the only. Oh, yeah, get a shout out to his band, Reclaim the Empire. Is that okay? Give you a shout out. Reclaim the Empire. Check them out. They are awesome. I would have wore the shirt, but I'm sorry. It's football, so I have to wear it.
We'll tickle your earbuds.
So there you have it. But right now, it's not about Reclaim the Empire. It's about Alabama college football. But hey, he's still good. I mean, we can talk about the band too later if he wants to. Shout out. All right. What's up? What's up next? What we want? All right. Well, it's sad to see. What's his name? Ain't there? Oh, they're talking about Alabama. Or it's Georgia and UT.
Yeah, I got UT Martin in that
I
game.
wish I could pull them up. There's one with Cal on here. We did our little draft last night in there, but I joined also the group College Pick'em. And
I got UT Martin with the upset of the century.
And it goes by the point spread on that. Yeah, I don't think UT Martin's only going to beat them by 3 points, right? Yeah, at last second field goal.
I get a couple first downs.
Indiana and Arizona. Oh, that's going. And some of these games that we picked, and this is what they're talking about, the Ohio State and Indiana game. Like the spread on that was wrong. I think Indiana. I wish I could pull them up, but
it's at Indiana.
Yeah, I don't think that they're going to beat Indiana that much. I think it was like a 30-point spread. I might have missed it. No, I think it was a straight up one. I can't remember, but I'm using my phone, but I can use this to pull them up. But yeah, let's do this.
We need Caleb Williams to get humble.
Bro, Caleb Williams. There's Dion.
I can't believe
Dr.
Pepper, Bryce Young, Caleb Williams.
You got a sleeper team this year?
Sleeper team?
SEC all over.
good question. I mean, I hate to say it, but I think old Freeze is going to do some good things at Auburn. Either
this year.
I know they're going to be testing out some different offensive things, but I think he's going to be trying to generate some hype today. So
today. Well, yes.
He might whip out some crazy plays today just for the sake of generating some hype. So I don't know. I'm kind of interested to see it.
South Carolina.
Okay.
Yes. I mean,
Okay.
do you see what they did the last part of the year? They can carry that over to this year. Wow, man, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, look what they did. They won the bowl game.
Last
last game they beat Tennessee.
That's right. They got Tennessee too.
And then won the bowl game.
Okay. Yeah. So I don't know. It's gonna be different. It's gonna be different. Wonder if old Lane can get over that. Ole Miss always.
Somebody, Cody Ray. I don't have Instagram. Oh, that's Oak. I'm supposed to be getting his. Cody Ray.
Yeah. He always starts the year off really hot, and then Ole Miss kind of falls apart. So it's going to be interesting to get over that hump this year. So, our old bestie Lane Kiffin.
With old Pete Golding.
Yeah, he took him, didn't he?
Yeah.
He can have it.
Well, I was a little bit more organized than this, but so I guess we'll go conference to conference. Sleeper team. I'm gonna say Colorado, man. I mean, you don't think what Deion Sanders gonna do?
I don't know how to feel about it, man. I don't know if when he bought into the hype or. I mean, didn't they only win one game last year? I know he brought in a whole slew of his guys, but I don't know. It's gonna be different. There's definitely a lot of fan hype up there. Their spring game sold out. I mean, people are trying to get on board the primetime train, and so I mean, the crowd's gonna be hype, and with college football, that's a lot of it. So,
who they got?
I'm not sure how they're gonna do overall. I know he's gonna have it set up for his boy to ball out. That's for sure. That is for sure. But
TCU. I got TCU today. The line is 20.
They got TCU?
Yeah. TCU, 11 a.m. today. The line is 20.
Horned Frogs.
Yeah. They got TCU up 20 points. What was that one we was just looking at? I was trying to figure out.
It was Ohio State, Indiana, I believe.
Yeah. There it is. God, see, 31 points. They got 31 points for Ohio State. There's no way. I think Indiana's going to make it closer than that.
At Indiana, they got Ohio State by 30.
Yes.
Wow.
Dang. That's tough. I believe that's going to be a closer game.
Yeah. Well, that's what, you got that first game of the year, it almost depends on, who's more prepared. You can have all the talent in the world. Who's more prepared? It's like old Bama USC a few years ago when USC did the whole dog crawl out of the tunnel and all that mess, and then Bama ended up spanking them.
Oh yeah, USC, they were.
Yeah, it's about preparedness, man. Everybody knowing their assignment, sticking to their assignment.
Sunday's game.
Oh, man. What do you think about Miami, Ohio?
They played?
Yeah.
I didn't see that game. I don't see who. What was going on?
Miami, Ohio talked all that trash about being the roof team. And they got smoked.
I'll put the glasses on. You know, can't see. Ohio,
38.
Miami.
They the real Miami, though. Miami, Ohio, the real Miami, though.
Dang.
He talked all that smack.
Yeah, that's tough. You're just talking that, and then you get beat too. You better back it up. So they got Michigan Wolverines at 36 points over East Carolina, of course. The Tennessee game, Virginia and Tennessee, 28. They got Tennessee up by 28. God.
Dang. I guess West Virginia.
Yeah. No, Virginia Cavaliers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I want to say they're supposed to be on there or not.
I don't know, man. We'll probably have some more answers to those questions after this week, but I know losing Hyatt was a big thing for Tennessee. They still gonna be spreading them. They're gonna be spreading them sideline to sideline, trying to open up them passing lanes. It's still gonna be pretty tough to defend. So, Lord knows if Alabama don't have a safety that can stay behind the receivers, we're going to be in trouble again.
What game gives you the most trouble, scaredness, I guess?
You talking about for our season?
Alabama, yes.
I'm worried about next week.
Texas.
Bro, obviously we've got the QB situation. Hopefully they figured out something. But, we've got new coordinators on both sides. Daggum Ewers, before he got hurt last year, he looked like he was
yeah.
Everything he threw.
I don't think Alabama wins if he don't get hurt in that game. Because this year he's gonna be really fired up.
Dude, he was on fire last year.
But got a different defensive coach, Kevin Steele this year. So that's different right there. I mean, everybody said, and I just watched this on SEC now. They did a thing back, but everybody's talking about how great hire the Ole Miss did for Pete Golding. Cody Ray 87 is my name. All right, I think he just got him a Instagram account. But I don't.
Who did?
Cody.
Cody Ray. Oh, yeah. Cody Ray.
We didn't get him in there. I think he just did a Instagram account just so he can. Let me see. Can't pull it up. They won't let me. But they talking about how great a hire it was for Cody Ray 87. There he is. Look him up.
I don't know. Maybe for recruiting or something.
Maybe for Ole Miss, but I mean everybody. This year, I don't want to. I just didn't see it. Dang, won't let me. Let me see it. Searching for it. I just didn't see it this year.
So we didn't have. I mean, you had. Obviously Will Anderson getting pressure, but it wasn't coming from nowhere else on the pass rush. We wasn't very aggressive with blitzes. I don't know, man. We got beat so much on the pass. I mean, we still defended the run pretty well, but the pass under Pete Golding, man, people passed all over us. Who you got between LSU and Florida State?
Oh, dude. I'm more leaning on the Florida State on that game for some reason. My gut feeling on just going Florida State. I mean, we met another boy I work with. We was talking about that the other day, the coach of Florida State. I can't remember his name, but I didn't know he'd been there for 3 years. But yeah, I'm just leaning more on Florida State for some reason. I haven't seen him play. I haven't seen him nothing, but just that being fired up with them, I guess. I don't know. Just being on their side. And I can't
hear
get
you.
this.
That's what I'm trying to root for the SEC this week. Florida.
Yeah.
Florida just did the other night.
Uh-oh.
Like Utah. Looked like that Sugar Bowl from all them years ago.
Oh, yeah, where they come out and just
It's giving me flashbacks, man.
waxed on
Florida.
Alabama that year.
Yeah, Florida was not fair. That was pitiful. I almost felt bad for him. Almost.
Then I see the invite to him. Let me see he can get what's my I want tooth care dog. Okay, hang on.
Who got winning the Heisman this year? Early Heisman.
Dang, I never thought about that. I ain't even looked at the candidates. Or I ain't thought about. I don't know. I ain't thought about it yet.
Wonder what the betting odds are on Milroe to win the Heisman.
75 million to 1. So he'll start out and nobody knows, but hey, if he does good, that's how.
That's what I just think. If Simpson hasn't separated himself yet, I don't know. Maybe we're overhyping Simpson.
Let's look at the candidates. Caleb Williams, of course. Michael Penix Jr., Washington. Heard of him? Michael Penix Jr.
I know Caleb Williams.
Drake May. They're just talking about him. Yeah.
Early betting favorite.
Yeah. They got Drake May, the third for UNC. I've Marvin Harrison for Ohio State.
He's going to come out with Heisman 20 on his fingernails.
Blake Corum. And that's it. Blake Corum. Oh, yeah, the running back from Michigan last year. Yeah, he was.
Oh, yeah.
He
He did fantastic.
Killer. That's probably my vote for right now. Yeah, he was dumb. Last part of the year, he got hurt, I think, part of that. But, man, yeah, he was dominant.
Yeah, it'd be cool to see a running back win it again.
Yeah. Who's the last one? Trent Richardson was the last one. And it was all quarterbacks, wasn't it?
Derrick Henry was the last one, I think.
That's what I meant. Derrick Henry. I don't know why I said Trent Richardson. Well, let me see if that'll kick me off. Probably cut me off.
I even got my Bama blanket today, boy. Boy.
All right, I had a couple of others join on Facebook. If you just joined us, this is Sports Talk here. I'm on different feeds. I've got Caleb on Instagram here. So if you hear other voices, that's him talking. We're just going to talk football, and I have lost my. I'll get back in just a minute. So let me get Cody. Oh, it's got a dash in it. Okay, I see what he's done. All right, let me try that. Them kids going, huh? Oh, I gotta go back here. Are you there? I think I cut the feed off. Oh, we have cut our feed off. All right, let's get back to. All right. Well, trying to get back in. Pause, pause, pause. There you are. Cut the feed off.
What's these other boys doing, man? They can't figure it out.
I'm trying to get. I can't get. All right, trick carry. Don't see. I'm gonna send Cody my thing, and remove. I don't want to remove you. All right, I'm about to go. We'll get this started. I know it's a lot of dead air right now, but I'm trying to get situated. That's why everybody get it early. I was trying to get it started before, but it's no big deal. All right, still talking. There you go. Where did I need to like a hat.
My boo thing. There's my boo thing right there.
Like a hat.
Absolutely.
I tell you that every time. I tell you that every time I see it.
Yeah, I'll give it to you one day.
No, you're not. I'll go give me one whenever I can remember. Kelsey Hatcher says Roll Tide. She joined.
That's Roll Tide.
All right. What I need to go to my.
What do you think the over under is if we don't score on our first drive, if they put Simpson?
I'll give him 3 drives. They're gonna give him 3 drives, and then Simpson's coming.
3 of them?
Yeah, 3 drives. That's what I say. 3. Come on.
That's a lot of pressure, man.
Yeah, to back up, come in after Bryce Young. Is that what you're saying, or just pressure and all being Alabama quarterback?
Well, I'm talking about, if none of them's truly separated themselves yet, he's probably getting the start just off of, longevity with the program. And I don't know, man. That's got to be in the back of your mind, like, if I throw this pick, they're putting in the other guy.
Oh, yeah. Because there's so much of a controversy of everybody there. Well, I mean, that'll be, I got your point. It'll be in the back of his mind of, I can't. And that's probably going to limit him because when you start thinking about that, yes, that happens. Oh, if I mess up, I'm out. And then he's going to mess up because he's thinking he's messing up. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a lot of pressure on that.
Even though we're just playing, Middle Tennessee State or whatever to start, that's a lot of, I don't know, man. I almost, if nobody separated themselves yet, I feel like that's the sole reason he's getting the start is because he's.
Yeah, because he's been there the longest. The longevity, he's the one that's there. Yeah, that's the only reason why. I mean, and it happens, and you've seen it where Blake Barnett got the start that time, and he only got it. And what happened? Here comes Jalen Hurts in, and Blake Barnett messed up. Boom, Jalen Hurts takes off. So see, I don't think he's just getting a start because you might be right. Ty Simpson, to me, he looks a lot better, and he can't run like Milroe can, but I think Tyson's better. But Jalen Merrill got the start just see what it is because he's been there. And I think Tyson isn't actually going to take over. And
Simpson passes the eye test a little bit more.
Yeah.
When you're looking looking at.
He's got more form. His form's better.
Faster.
Yes, exactly. Right.
He holds the ball high up at his shoulders and not down in the middle of his chest like Milroe does. I don't know, man. I think Milroe could be great if they use him the right way, just like they did with Blake Sims. I think he could be phenomenal. They get him a halfway decent deep ball developed and start doing some rollout stuff with him. He could kill it. So I don't know. I'm excited either way. I think we're going to be in good shape.
All right, let's get Kyle Hatcher in here. The Auburn view of things here. I'm trying to get him. Maybe he can get a hold of Cody. I can't figure out, but
tell him to send a request.
there he is. Oh my God.
Your biggest problem with Milroe.
Oh, listen at him.
Got Lane Kiffin.
That's a good point, which is true.
Bro,
Come on in here talking
about that this
smack.
morning. We talked about that earlier. Lane Kiffin.
Yeah, well, what I was going to say was Sarkisian's the one that brought him in. So the kid's got talent, you know. I mean, I think
that
we
is true.
agree
Sarkisian
probably a top 3 quarterback
recruited
developer,
him, yeah.
top 5 easy in college football. So Milroe's good. It's just will they let him cook? We'll say that. Be patient enough with him.
Yeah, you got to let him out of that string. Got to give him that, the play calling mostly. What are they going to limit him to? What are they going to let him do? If he's limited, like Nick Saban tells him, is limit to this, limit to that. He may not do his true potential. Are they going to let him go this game? I mean, first game of the season, can't hold nothing back. No, quote out of Waterboy and last game of the season. But how are they? Are they first game of the season against? Middle Tennessee. Are they going to let him go? Or are they going to be limited? If they just let him go and let him go out there his first couple of drives and see what he can do on his own, then hey, you got something. But if Saban limits him to something, he may not see his full potential. And he may hold him back. And maybe what we was talking about a while ago, like he may think he's going to make a mistake. Oh, I'm on the string here. What am I going to do? And then here comes Ty Zimmer. Who knows?
Well, I think they brought in Tommy Reese to throw it back. I mean, I think they're going to go back like 2012 Notre Dame type offense with Everett Golson.
Running. I mean, who's the running back? They don't know.
Let's do it. When Alabama killed him, But he's going to have more talent than he's ever had too at his disposal. I think Alabama's probably one of the most interesting storylines of the year.
Yeah, it's a big roll tide, Kyle. I heard you say it.
Look at you come in here talking Alabama football.
I heard Kyle say roll tide.
We'll talk some Auburn too. So don't worry, we're getting you. We won't leave you out. Hey, I'm trying to get Cody Ray in here. You got to give me this.
Well, this morning, MEK, I said we've been working on, learning how to spell our colors. And so I've been trying to do like a blue and orange because she can spell red. So I've been trying to do like a blue and orange, and then at the end tag it with like Go Auburn or War Eagle. And she goes, well, Daddy, I can say War Eagle for you, and I can say Roll Tide for Mom. I can cheer for both schools. And I said, that's not how it works in this state, bro. I said, right now you can do that, but in a few years you're going to have to make a choice. Because it's true. You have to make a choice in the state.
Well, what are you going to do if she chooses her mom's side?
I love her. I tell her, though. I tell her all the time. I say you can say Roll Tide if you want, but you got to let me take you to a game first.
I'm so impressed that you're actually saying it in the story, trying to explain it. That's just amazing. That's just amazing to me.
He's only saying it. Well, if I don't want to say it. I want to throw up a little bit every time it comes out of my mouth, but. It's the best way to explain it,
Well, Uncle Fred, Kyle used to holler, "Go Wolverines."
Oh yes, I remember that when we was playing college. The
Braylon Edwards and all them.
Hey, the A Train, Anthony Thomas, Tom Brady was quarterback.
Oh, dude, there was a couple. I think it was last year or something, and they showed the last game that he played against Alabama in the bowl game. I was like, man, that was tough.
That was the first college football game I remember watching.
Oh, okay.
I remember I remember the SEC championship game, Alabama, Florida. I think Alabama won 34-7. Sean Alexander ran wild.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I remember, but we listened to that on the radio. We were with our mama and papa. We were at a fireworks show, if I remember right, something like that, Christmas parade, something like that. But then I remember working on your deck in your old trailer and listening to Eli Gold with Alabama in the Swamp on the radio, building that porch. Now, I was a kid, I didn't help build the porch.
Right,
I
you remember doing it.
My first 3 memories of football are all Alabama, and the last one was when Michigan beat them.
Yeah.
It's like, I want to be a Michigan fan, But you're a kid, you don't know what's.
I understand. Who's not? I mean, the colors, the stadium. I mean, if you lived in that area, and I'm living down here, of course, you adopted it. But who else?
Like that helmet,
yes, the helmet.
Absolutely.
I still like it. I like it too. I love that. Who else not want to be, a Michigan fan with that stadium, them colors? Awesome. I mean, if you lived in that area, if you were that kind of fan, you adapt. So, if you had a second team, maybe it was Michigan. I don't know. But
for the longest, the Big House was the second largest stadium behind Penn State.
Exactly.
For the longest. And, they were, it seemed like, I don't know, when we were kids, Michigan was on TV every week.
Yeah.
Because they were good. Lloyd Carr, they win 10, 11 games a year, blah, blah, blah. But when you get older, you understand the SEC just is different, And plus, I wasn't going to cheer for Alabama because somebody I didn't much care for cheered for Alabama, so I had to be opposite.
Yeah, it's probably your Uncle Fred.
It was Caleb, actually.
Disappointed. Oh, he threw a hammer at you.
But Emory's not here, but at least I didn't pick a team off of a G logo. I mean, who picks a team off of a G?
I tried to get him. He said he don't have a. I'm sorry. I was filled in Caleb with this, but I do it on Instagram because I didn't know YouTube couldn't get you but one subscriber in here. So, but I got it on all feeds. I'm on YouTube and Facebook too, and all. So you're on all of it. So.
You're going to be going for that same logo when them girls are playing softball in high school.
Gardendale.
Yeah.
The G for the Gardendale.
But I didn't choose Gardendale for the G. I chose Gardendale for the convenience of the airport. Or I chose to stay for the convenience.
Howard's Rock.
Emory chose Gardendale for the G. They moved from Leeds for the G. For sure.
What's your?
Who do y'all think is going to be Alabama's best player this year?
It's probably going to be Caleb Downs.
Oh, you think a freshman?
Kool-Aid McKinstry.
Kool-Aid.
Big Kool-Aid. Going to make an impact somewhere.
They mention Caleb Downs in every press conference. Like he's out there killing it. So, I don't know, man.
I can see that. Well, I think with Saban bringing back Kevin Steele, you're going to see edge pressure. They're going to rely on the 4 guys. And Dallas Turner, I think Dallas Turner could be an All-American.
Oh, good linebacker, yeah.
So that's what I think. I think he's trying to throw it back a little bit, let the defense cook. And I think Dallas Turner is going to be the best player. I thought Pete Golden, how do I say it? I'm not an Alabama fan, so I love him. For me, I thought Pete Golden made it too complicated at times. You guys would run stunts with Keaton, with Keaton Anderson, or not Keaton Anderson, with Will Anderson. You guys would run stunts with the guy. The guy was the best pass rusher in the country. Let the guy cook. Can a left tackle or right tackle really hold up against him all game? No. I mean, that guy could have had 15, 20 sacks every year he was in school. He's just a machine. So I get why they ran stunts, but to me, I think they're about to throw it back, and I think Dallas Turner's going to be great off the edge.
That's what I specifically remember them doing those stunts against Tennessee. And Tennessee, they got rid of the ball so quick anyway. There wasn't even no need to do a stunt, because if you do a stunt, the ball's already out of the quarterback's hands by the time the defensive lineman hits the offensive lineman. I'm just like, bro, what are y'all doing? That's why we didn't get any. I don't think there was like one QB pressure in that Tennessee game.
It didn't feel like it. I mean, it felt like he had all day to throw.
Yeah.
The entire time.
But now I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see because everything's, we got new coordinators, obviously new quarterback. It's going to be weird. We definitely got to have a receiver step up and become that number one option because
that's what
we talk about having these elite quarterbacks for the past few years, but we also had like a clear-cut number one guy to catch the ball.
That's true. It's very true.
We don't have that at all anymore. We didn't have it last year. So a receiver's got to step up too. It can't just be up to the quarterback.
Why not for you, Kyle, since you made your little joke last night on the draft there. Yeah, I got my glasses on this morning.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah, well, you were taking.
I know.
Like you take 10 minutes to pick.
And then, yes, I take my whole time because I was doing my sales. I was going through everything and figure out did draft this player here. So I was making I had to make sure it was the player I wanted. So yeah. So
I was just giving you a hard time.
I knew I was taking time. Hey, you got the time. Why not take it to make sure I want the right players, man? Hey, I'm defending champion right here. Thank you very much. I know it's a co-championship, but hey, I would have won. I was ahead till the game, got suspended and they quit the other two. But hey, right here, co-champion. Going for it next year too.
No doubt. You won. That's why you had to keep your same name.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I ain't got a new day to change, but hey, sorry about that, Caleb. I mean, I couldn't help it. I mean, he does look like him, right?
He's a goofy looking guy, so I'm kind of offended.
Oh, well, I'll change it then. I didn't say you was goofy, so I'm sorry. I'm just showing.
Is that what it is?
I was just showing how great you are and how great he was. See, at football, that's
Well, if it's a goofy looking guy. You still got 5 kids out of it.
Oh.
Sure enough. You're still loved and adored by somebody. You can't hold somebody down 5 times.
Easy now. Easy. And it just puts in reality, man. There's like 5. Dude, listen, I know we're getting off the look at 5 kids, man. Awesome.
He's almost got half. He's got a full offensive line. Right there.
I'm just gonna come stay with one of you guys. Keep the guest rooms ready because I'm out of here.
All right, Fred.
What you got?
What other questions you got?
Kyle didn't get into this one about the expansion. We just this morning or this week, Stanford, Cal, and SMU just going to the ACC.
Horrible.
Oh, he's losing his feed. Yeah, what they don't think about is.
Like I think about it differently.
Go ahead. But what they don't think about is the travel on this. I mean, yeah, football is okay, but you've got these other sports that are joining. Volleyball, softball. I mean, look, they've got to travel, across country now. They don't.
Well, my thought too, I love the SEC, but everybody can't win. Everybody can't win. And you go, since what is it? It's since 1968 or something. You have the Power 6 SEC schools, which are Auburn, Alabama, Florida, Tennessee, Georgia, and LSU. That's your 6 big dogs, 6 powers in the SEC. Well, now you add Texas and Oklahoma. Well, that brings 8 out of your 16 teams have won a national title. Multiple national titles, some of them in that span. And, Texas and Oklahoma dominated the Big 12. Well, what happens in 2 years when, these coaches continue to make $8 to $10 million a pop, and you got, 6 of those 8 schools are 8-4 or less? You're going to start firing everybody? I mean, there's just a balance, man, and that's what makes college football so great is You could have a matchup in a Rose Bowl like Texas and USC. You could have a matchup in the Rose Bowl for national title like Texas and Alabama, and you can still do it. You can still do it in the playoff, but it's a different style of game. Not everybody can win in the SEC. I mean, it just can't. It's impossible. So, and then you talk about like ACC, then Stanford and Cal. That was a money move. Stanford and Cal agreed to take 30%.
Oh yeah, of the TV. Yeah, and SMU for 9 years, no TV rights. I mean, where are they going to make? They just wanted into the picture, the top of Power 5, but yeah, how good can they recruit the NIL with no money coming in? How are they gonna, if you want to base it on that way, if they're going that way?
Well, SMU is one of the SMU is like Vanderbilt. It's a private institution.
Yeah,
and they have some. They have some big time donors, but SEC is about to get $80 million per school per year from the TV contract. $80 million. I mean, you got SMU coming into the ACC, not going to take any money for 9 years. Eventually, it catches up to you. What are you going to do with your facility?
Yeah, that's what I was getting at. Well, I mean. But you gotta look at the question too. What were they getting before though? And then what's going to happen? I mean, I guess just the publicity now from being in a Power 5. But what were they getting before? I don't even know what conference they was in before. So I mean, it's just the TV rights. They can still get the money off. I guess the bowl games and stuff like that. But
I don't like it. It's shaking up the landscape of college football.
Well, it's all coming down to you're gonna have your top, like they're saying, Power 5. Everybody's gonna join the conference because you got the playoffs coming. You got top 12 teams. So it's gonna all come down to conferences. Ain't gonna matter anymore. I mean, look at next year. You're not even gonna have a SEC East and SEC West. I mean, that's gone. You're gonna take top 2 teams and then they're gonna play for the championship. So it's all gonna come down to conferences. Ain't gonna matter anymore.
Well, it's just like with the game schedule. Like we played Mississippi State and Ole Miss every
year, and LSU.
Umpteen years, and now that's gone. So your yearly matchups are changing. I don't know, man. It's weird. I don't like it. Well, like when the SEC, what are you gonna do when you got a 9-3? Good hypothetical. Georgia next year plays at Texas, at Alabama, and let's say they lose to Tennessee next year, all right, at home, because Tennessee comes back to home. They have to go to Tennessee this year. The following year, Tennessee will have to go to them. So let's say Georgia goes 9-3, just for some unknown reason. They lose to Texas on the last-second field goal. They lose to Alabama by 7 points or less, and they lose to Tennessee, by 7-2. Well, you got a 9-3 team. It's kind of the Alabama argument last year, right? 10-2. They have lost. They literally lost on the last play to LSU. Lost on the last play to Tennessee. Could have easily lost to Texas, right? Could have easily lost to A&M. Could have lost to Ole Miss. There's always a give and take. But if you just look at that hard number, Alabama lost their 2 games by 3 points, 4 points combined on the last play of the game. So what do you do when you got 16 teams in the SEC? You got 8 of them are, bona fide programs that's won national titles, that has won conference championships in the past since 2009. And what are you going to do if Georgia's 9-3? Their only losses are to those teams, and those teams
they're better, higher ranked than them.
They play in the SEC championship. Say Texas and Tennessee play in the SEC championship game. Alabama's lost 1 game. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, how do you? I don't understand where it's going. It doesn't make sense to me. And at some point, it's going to bust. And I just think Sankey is going to take over as commissioner. And the power. Because you can't. It's sustainable. You can't continue to have donors donate all this money for facilities and then also donate all this money for players. It's not sustainable. There's no way. If they want to make it the NFL, which is what it feels like. It's what it feels like. It's going to ruin college football.
Drop the mic on that. Yeah. No, no, seriously. Yeah, that's what we've gone. What was the meaning though? I mean, there's not going to be any eventually come down to no conferences or no, and then
Sorry, guys. Jamie's. I'm by myself today, so same. But I love ball. There it is. Kids aren't eating breakfast this morning. I ain't letting them eat till this is over.
Cruelty. Go get them kids some breakfast.
I'm kidding. All right. I can get on my soapbox with that. I mean, like Pac-12. Now you got Oregon going to play Indiana during the middle of the season. I mean, it's just horrible. It's got to be fixed at some point. It's not sustainable. There's no way. And you mentioned it too, Uncle Brett. The schools, like when they play softball, when they play volleyball, when they play basketball.
These are low some softball.
They're playing Monday night, Tuesday night.
Yeah, during the week, so they don't understand that. Yeah,
4,000 miles.
For a football team, they travel once a week, Saturday. Now you've got the volleyball teams having to go. Let's say from North Carolina, even let's say Miami. They said you got Miami teams like the volleyball teams, the softball teams that play 2-3 times. Now they've got to fly all the way out to the west coast. Do all this. The volleyball teams, they don't think about when they join these conferences like that. The volleyball, the softball, the baseball, the basketball, track and field. All these kids are now, like you're saying, in the middle of the week, are now going to have to fly halfway across the nation to play games and then whatever. I mean, yeah, it's good for football because it's one game. They're out, boom, they're back. But they don't look at these other sports, of course. The football is what's making the money. So, hey, that's going to dominate, right? Who knows? Sure. But they don't look at these other small
I forgot my earpiece for the producer to come in. I noticed I heard the producer come in on your side. I forgot my earpiece.
Yeah, the producer's back there. She's filling me in on yeah. She's keeping me, she's back there telling me what to add on to it. Yeah, the producer over there. She's keeping me straight. But yeah, that's but anyway, so I don't know, we ain't gonna leave you out. If you want your new coach there, Hug Freeze. I mean,
he can hug all he wants if he wins.
Hugh Freeze. What do you think? Everybody said, "Oh man, it's a cool name." I heard friends I talked to at work and said, "Oh man, it comes a freeze warning. I mean, so
he can develop wide receivers though.
Dude, I'm telling you, I'm worried.
He can develop quarterbacks and wide receivers. He's never had a job as big as Auburn, and a lot of that's his own fault. Failures that he admits and he owns up to, and things he shouldn't have done. And I feel like and I'm an Auburn guy, so but I feel like he's handled that about as good as anybody could. He's been honest about it, straight up about his candidate he could ever hope for a coach to be. But he knows what he got into, man. I mean, he brought in 21 kids out of the transfer portal. We had I believe it's 11 4-star guys out of the transfer portal. Guys who are going to be expected to come in and play right now. You guys saw Auburn last year under Brian Harsin as a joke. I mean, I honestly look. I have a love-hate relationship with Gus Malzahn, but Brian Harsin was another different level of ineptitude. That guy.
Yeah.
This was horrible.
I don't think.
Go ahead.
No.
You go ahead.
I don't think he grasped the difference from West Coast recruiting to SEC recruiting, and it just overwhelmed him, in my opinion. Because I think it was easier back out west, than to come here and what he had got to compete with. LSU, Florida, it just overwhelmed him, I think, and that's probably what happened. Go ahead, so.
Well, I'm an avid subscriber to Auburn Undercover, and I have been for 6 years now. And the stories they told after he got fired, I mean, he wasn't even calling high school kids at the state.
Yeah, that's what I'm. Yeah.
I mean, just stupid stuff. But he also, one of the things he told some of those close to him was, I can outcoach people here. Well, you can't come with that mindset in the SEC.
Right. That's why it goes with my point. He just overwhelmed. He thought, well, then he got here and then I overwhelmed him all. And now he's stuck behind because of that mindset and that attitude. Now he's stuck behind and he's got to catch up, and he never couldn't catch up or change his attitude about how he, recruited or how he could coach these other teams. That Cody Ray's on Facebook. If you there, Cody, I give you my thing. I'm trying to get you in here, but he's on. I got on Facebook Live too. So, if you can punch that in, I'll give you an invite. I'm trying. I couldn't get your name up there. Wouldn't come up with it. But anyways,
it's because he's not registered as a citizen. He's an illegal.
Yeah, they don't classify Arkansas as part of the United. We understand United States. They just their own little.
Well, like for me, it's like, Harsin, even with his coaching acumen, we got Robbie Ashford, who was a 40% completion percent passer last year. He's throwing 38 times a game with that guy, 49% completion percentage. I mean, you just felt like when the tides turned, literally is when we fired Harsin. We brought in Cadillac to try to unite the fan base to end the year, and then we hired Hugh. And what gives me a lot of hope with Hugh is how he's attacked recruiting. He's not playing around with recruiting. The boosters are giving him whatever he wants as far as money for NIL. Auburn's not behind in that arena at all. I read an article last week. We got $19 million in our NIL war chest, which is going to compete against every top program in the SEC and across the country. So, we're not just going to sit by. We're going to work with him. He's very engaged with boosters. And he's going to get out of the way and let his coaches coach. Now, I wasn't a big fan of our defensive coordinator hire, Ron Roberts. I was not a fan of that hire. We'll see how the year rolls out. But, guys, you got to remember, we gave up 448 rushing yards last year to Ole Miss, the most in Auburn school history. 448. That means, you take coaching out of it. We don't have dudes up front on the defensive line. We don't have a front seven that can stand up. Now, they tried to address some stuff in the portal, but Hugh Freeze said last week in his press conference that our defense gave up 439 yards rushing in the last scrimmage. Does that mean we can run the ball really well, or do we got a really bad defensive front, that can't stop the run? So that's the big thing I'm watching. I think our offense will be fine. I think we're going to score points. Hugh's done it everywhere he's been. His quarterback play's been good, no matter if it's somebody like Bo Wallace, which was probably one of the lower tier SEC starters. Hey, I know he's from Northeast Mississippi, but I think he would tell you he wasn't the most talented quarterback in the SEC. But Hugh, he threw for over 3,000 yards. I mean, Ole Miss offenses were scary, even with him at quarterback. So, anyways, saying that, I think offense is going to be okay. I'm really curious to see what our defense does. We need to stop the run, and we got a pretty good secondary. But if we can't hold the line of scrimmage, it's going to be a long season for us against teams like Texas A&M with Bobby Petrino coming back, going to lean on you.
Oh, and that's another note. We're going to talk about that too. We can go ahead, but yeah.
Petrino's going to want to set up the run because his play action game off of that is lethal. Everybody knows what Bobby Petrino can do. But Brian Kelly's going to want to hit you in the mouth on the line of scrimmage. Same thing. We got to play Georgia and Alabama. Those two teams are notorious for owning the line of scrimmage. So it's going to be interesting to see.
We got in there. We hunkered down. And we hit them in the face. We hunkered them. We hit them. I can't believe it.
Right. Look, Kyle, I think the biggest thing that y'all can kind of rely on is with them kind of shifting more funds to match NIL with other elite schools and stuff. Y'all can buy better burner phones down there.
Oh, sure, that's code.
Well, it's all legal now. It's all legal now.
Well,
you don't even have to use a burner phone anymore. You don't have to.
That wasn't who he was calling, but you make mistakes. You got to pay for them.
Well, I think we all know if Hugh Freeze was the first football coach to ever have
Cody
an
Ray is
administration-
unable to join. Well, why can't he join? There ain't got no. They ain't got no
because
Wi-Fi
He
or
don't have
cell towers out
Instagram.
in Arkansas. He did. He just made one. That's why I was sending him one to it.
I think yes, your request, right?
Huh? I did. I sent him one. I guess he was unable to join it back, but I'm getting it.
Hey, I've got a friend on here who's a big Texas fan, and I just want to do this for him while I got a chance.
Oh, tough.
I normally wouldn't do that, Ian, but Texas in the SEC now. You guys haven't won nothing since 2009. Sarkisian's your savior. Sarkisian's never won double-digit games in his coaching career. It ain't gonna happen, buddy. SEC just ain't gonna happen. Hey, what do you think? What do y'all think about Napier and how horrible Florida?
Wasn't
That was good.
it?
It was
Yeah, I didn't see the game. I heard this. What's the I don't know if it affected the game or not. The controversial call with the same jersey on or something.
Yeah, it's coaching. They had so many procedural penalties. They missed field goal inside the red zone. Chip shot. But it happened after a false start on 4th and 1.
Yeah, they were going to go. Yeah, they were going for it that play. It was what 10-3 at that point.
Yeah. Well,
there you
7-3.
go.
It was 7-3.
Oh yeah. And
Their defense. Their
they were
defense.
Jalen
Their
Milroe.
defense gave up. I think it was 3 big plays. Our defense played pretty good. Florida actually outgained Utah.
Yeah, well, they should have gave up another big touchdown, but on that wide receiver, where I don't even know what you would call it, where they threw it out and the wide receiver passed it across the field.
Yeah.
And he slightly overthrew it, but that was a touchdown.
Yeah, that's true.
Just wide open.
Well, they scored the next play. The quarterback kept it. Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's right. But I don't know, man. Florida looked like trash. They looked like they couldn't block nobody.
Yeah.
That quarterback could not breathe.
Well, it just seems like he wants to keep a slow tempo, and the offense moved a lot better once they went start going fast, started putting some tempo behind it. So I don't know, man.
They went right down and scored, but then their defense couldn't hold.
Yeah.
Couldn't get them another shot.
Yeah. Well, Graham Mertz, even at Wisconsin, he was never accurate, but a lot of they thought it was a scheme, et cetera, et cetera. But Napier attached his wagon to him, and they got Tennessee coming to town in 2 weeks. They could easily start the season 1-2. He does not need to start this year 1-2.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh man, I was just curious, but Mizzou did not look very good the other night. I watched that game too. I don't know if you guys watched any of that, but I didn't feel like they looked particularly good either, which I wasn't expecting a ton out of them this year. But I think it's a pretty important year for Drinkwitz. But the team I'm most curious to look at over the first 4 weeks of the season is Texas A&M.
Yeah, that's what I want to mention some of that. I mean, look, the hire, Bobby Petrino. Okay, you got 2 major coaches. Are they going to butt heads, or you think they'll get along? I mean, I think they'll.
Exactly.
You got 2 major coaches. You got Bobby Petrino, former head coach, awesome offensive coordinator. You got, I mean, and that's a tough relationship right there. I mean, you got Bobby Petrino. Why? He's going to take the offensive coordinator job under, a well-known head coach, and then dropping down. Are they going to butt heads, or is this just what do you give them? What I mean, before they both they're both hot-headed. They're both gonna,
Yeah, I know. Well, they go to Miami week 2, and I think we'd all agree Miami's not that good. But I think Cristobal's trying to get it going in the right direction. with physical up front play, things like that. But they go to Miami week 2, and then Auburn comes on week 4. Now, Auburn should be 3-0 going into that game. But if Fisher gets out of Petrino's way, Petrino.
How much is he going to let him though? You know, I mean, you got Jimbo Fisher. He's not going to, you know, he wants to still make the name for himself. Is he going to not let Bobby Petrino take over? Because then the shadow is going to overshadow Jimbo Fisher, what he's going to do. And then they're going to look, Bobby Petrino takes over, and everything's going to focus on Bobby Petrino. So what is he going to do? Is he going to let him go and let him do it? Or is Fisher going to put a leash on him and say, no, this is my team? So I think there's going to be some clashing heads there. You got two well-known named coaches on the same. It don't work, you know. Well, I can't say that. I guess it worked with Saban and Kiffin, so and Sarkisian, but
well, I don't know how you feel, Caleb, but I just Petrino 20 years ago, you know, he never stayed at a spot for very long, right? And then he went to Arkansas after the Falcons' failure that first season. And, you know, did really well. But then, you know, all that stuff happened, and then he got another shot to be a head coach again. But you talk about his end of his Louisville tenure. He couldn't hire coaches. He couldn't, you know, people didn't want to work for him. Toxic environment. You know, and it goes back to what you were saying, Uncle Fred. Petrino and Fisher, both super controlling, want to be involved. I'm just real curious because they got the talent. They got talent. There's no doubt about it. They got talent. I'm curious to see how they roll it out.
Yeah, it's gonna be weird. It's gonna be a weird dynamic, but obviously sometimes those weird dynamics can really work. So I don't know. Time will tell.
Well, we got a good comment here from
Ilya.
Hey, who is it?
Ilya.
As an Auburn fan, I'm a bit worried about Cal game. A lot of fans overlooking Cal, but I think it'll be a close game. So if we're not beating Cal, this will be a long season. Well, Cal added a lot of people in the transfer portal. Their head coach, Justin Wilcox, very good defensive mind, was defensive coordinator at Tennessee and Washington for a little while. Very good defensive mind. I just the talent up front we should be able to do. We should be able to take care of business. They hired Jake Spavital as the offensive coordinator this past year, who was the offensive coordinator at Texas A&M, West Virginia for a while, became the head coach at Texas State. Didn't work out very well. But Spavital was kind of like he's Kip Kingsbury light. You know, he's not as dynamic as a play caller. He tends to be a little bit more predictable. And if you guys remember A&M after Manziel left, Cliff Kingsbury left, that offense really, it never hummed. And they had talent. They had Kyler Murray, they had Kyle Allen, who was a five-star quarterback. Well, I see this too. Wilkie Denaud, yeah, he was.
Yeah, I was thinking, who were he?
Wilkie Denaud he's a freshman defensive lineman for us. He wasn't going to start. The plan for Auburn at D-line is to rotate 9 to 10 guys. They're going to keep it fresh. Not sure. I'm really not sure.
But just bragged about y'all being able to afford better burner phones.
Yeah. Probably. I don't know if he'll be on the team. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But in saying that, back to Cal.
Oh, man.
Cal don't have the dudes up front. I'm more worried about our travel. That kick is a 9:30 p.m. kick at Central Time, which is a concern.
Where?
But if we don't win that game, it is going to be a long season. You're absolutely right.
Where?
I would be very surprised if we didn't. For
A&M? That's a late game?
Cal, we had a comment bring up about
I'd step
Cal.
out, yeah. Oh, okay. I got you.
We went into comment time since you the producer.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, I had to. I see it now. The Cal game. A lot of our fans overlooking Cal, but I think it's very close. So we're not beating Cal. This will be a long season.
It's true. If we don't beat Cal, it's going to be tough. But I think Auburn I think we'll be way different at the end of the year. You know, our tough games are in front. We could be mid-October and be 3-3.
The most
We-
wonderful
after-
time of the year. Yes, it is.
We play A&M, then Georgia.
Sorry, going back to read a
We
comment.
get a bye, then we play at LSU.
Hey, we got Cody joining here, but I don't know. Let me see if we can get him. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt you there. Super stat man. Now let's
You're
invite him
barking,
again and
it's
see if he can
I'm just like
come in.
I love it, man. I miss my calling, not coaching football.
Cody Ray decline. Well, fine then. I want you in here anyway. Be that way.
He should be.
Either way to one state.
That's right. I wasn't that good. I could have coached us better, though. That's a fact.
You were
What?
better than old JJ. For sure.
What? Toybo?
Can't join. Cody should be able to send you an invite.
He can. I guess he's must be doing something. We'll get him in here.
He doesn't understand technology.
He's probably on the pooper.
Hey, now they're showing the Florida Utah game now on SEC.
It's a wait. Don't watch it.
Oh, am I not supposed to talk about that? I don't know if the legalities of it or not. I don't know.
No, I don't think that's a big deal. Now, if we had paid sponsors, you know, if Woo Pig Suey or Pig Suey Electric out of Wynn, Arkansas decided to sponsor us, then we
CEO
probably have.
CEO Cody Ray. Yeah, we can talk to him and give a sponsorship to him, I guess, huh?
I tried to offer him a job this week. Move back to Alabama. He wouldn't. He doesn't
Move
want
back?
it.
When did you ever lived here?
Says he's too good.
Yeah, he wouldn't know how to, he wouldn't know how to function in a real society. We understand.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. Oh man, Florida straight, 4 straight loss, dating back seasons. Man, tough.
All right, Uncle Fred. What you got? What you got on the docket, big dog?
All right, now he's ready. He's sent a request. Let's put him in here and we'll get on the Woo Pig Suey. All right, hold on.
He's gonna be a big homer. Everybody, look out! He's a big homer.
Here he comes. May take a minute. We'll get in.
Big homer. He's gonna say KJ Jefferson for Heisman. Hey, look at how ugly he is.
Is he on here? He ain't showing up on me. Is he here?
College football is back, boys. It's back.
There he is.
You missed the announcement about 35 minutes ago. Thanks for joining the show.
Yeah. I mean, hey,
My apologies. Some people have to work for a living.
always late. Oh yeah.
Not this guy, but some people do.
Some people get all the work done during the week so they don't have to work on college games on
I'm
college.
actually doing something for Kyle right now.
That's true.
So
That's
this,
true. Producer Amy, can we cut the feed for Arkansas?
listen,
Uh,
KJ for Heisman starts today.
oh my gosh. Please. Let's. Oh no.
Rocket Sanders, don't walk award.
Okay.
I could do that.
Yeah.
I can sit down.
We'll give you that one.
Put a fiver on that KJ for Heisman. If it cashes out, we'll probably get a bunch of money.
I'm telling you, that ain't gonna give no running back no Heisman anymore.
Well, we just talking about that. Well, the guy from Michigan. Yeah, we'd like to see. Yeah.
Derrick Henry. Well, they're definitely not going to give a running back the Heisman on a team that finishes 3-9.
Ooh.
Well, buddy, if we finish 39, you can Coach Sam Pittman's gonna go bye this year.
Oh no, I like the Hogs.
He's gonna have plenty of time to drink smoke.
Yeah. Is that what y'all think? And then when Bobby Petrino does great at A&M, y'all gonna get y'all's old coach back, huh?
We won't ever have Bob Petrino back. I don't know if I want Bob Petrino back.
Well, Cody, could you imagine
Houston
him
Nut.
working for Hunter Yurachek?
For president.
Oh God.
Yurachek.
Oh, look
Bob
at
Petrino had a high
them
school
guns.
back in 75.
9-4. But
for what? For Arkansas?
they
What's the
lost
best?
the bowl game to LSU.
Yeah, what's the best year he had? Yeah.
I
At
thought it was
Arkansas.
75.
Now the next year he got hurt. If you remember, Lamar got hurt. I think they did go 7-5.
That might be what I'm thinking.
Yeah, but still, I know what you're saying. I agree with you. But we were talking about A&M, and I think A&M's a team to watch early to see how that dynamic works. Because they go to Miami week 2, and then Auburn comes to town week 4.
Yeah, let's pull up. Let's get here. Hold on.
I thought Miami looked up a bit. I really thought Miami and Ohio played it better last night. I thought Miami looked good.
Yeah, they controlled the line of scrimmage last night.
38. Something like that.
Yeah, A&M's going to handle business like the first 6 weeks, and then something will happen, and Jimbo and Bobby will, get into it.
That's what we were just talking about. How long is it going to take before before the two heads clash and they just all out?
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe it's live on the sidelines and they're just tagging it. No, I'm kidding. But seriously, the last two major mindset, two major coaches with big egos. It's tough. Los Lobos, New Mexico Lobos. That's who they played this week.
I think they're going to be tough about the first 6 games. Then when they're getting blown out by somebody,
Miami,
and Jimbo's got to interact.
Miami, Florida next week. It might be next week. The Miami, Florida game could be. Then they got Louisiana Monroe. I'll take it. Go down. Let's see.
I
Yeah,
can't tell
the Auburn game.
or he's just that
I think it's going to happen in the Auburn game. I said, what do you say?
I said I can't tell if it was frozen or it's just that well.
Yeah.
Caleb Moore has a face for race.
He's just sitting there.
I'm just kidding, buddy.
Oh.
Well, I'm about to have to go. I got to cook these girls breakfast. A little late breakfast this morning. But I love you guys.
Dude, it's 9:30. It's
I know.
9:30.
Well,
He's got to go.
They had first breakfast.
He's got to go.
We live,
He needs to tell the truth about that. He's got to go in there and color that beard because it's getting low.
yeah, man,
Gray
super
there, man.
great.
Man, you ain't but 25 years old and you already got a gray beard. The
No,
producer has
I'm
showed
old.
up.
Uncle Fred, you just bad.
The producer's here.
Hey,
So they
baby.
straighten up.
Hey.
There she
Good
is.
morning.
But producers don't show themselves. Oh,
Producers don't show
he's running the
themselves.
show. He's running the show.
I should know. Amy was going to try to make this about herself.
Oh, yeah.
Amy's not feeling good today, y'all. So pray for her. Just give her some good vibes. So she's not feeling good.
I did the old Catholic prayer. I ain't biased.
You ain't got it. I didn't want in it.
Oh, well, she said
It's
you,
his
that's
fault.
right.
'Cause he
You're right. The producer don't want it. I showed her and she didn't want to. So she's over here. All right.
Well, hey, I want to leave on one thing though.
So,
If Saban does not win a national title this year, it'll be the first time
Is that Cody?
in like a
Yeah,
3-year
Cody's
span
in,
that
but he's
his
not
gonna
Hey,
pitch.
classes have national titles. How crazy would that be?
Man, that's tough. Amy says, "Hey, Cody." I don't know if you heard her or not.
Dude, I still think, I hate to say it, but the
I
West
don't know
still
why he's
goes
not on
through
the
Alabama.
picture.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. All
Hey,
right,
Quarterback,
Paisley said hello. Hey, Paisley.
quarterback or not,
Oh, it's Skylar's birthday.
Yeah, I need to call her.
whatever.
What you doing?
Oh, I was just using my stats on it. I'm just using it for my stats because I don't know.
Well, you know it's kind of going.
Yeah.
I
yeah,
still
know.
think.
I don't know if you see that, Caleb.
LSU's got to go to Tuscaloosa. I just don't think Jaden Daniels
Caleb.
going to have as good a year.
Paisley wants to know where Remy and Raylan are. Oh, Ray Ray.
I'm not a believer in him at LSU. Just my opinion.
Can he see that?
I mean,
Yeah, he should
I
be
think
able to read
some
that.
of, some of that to me is Auburn
Comment.
last year. We had a 17-0 lead on LSU at one point in that game. Brian Harsin completely fumbled the entire game away. Just horrible. And Jaden Daniels was trash. He was trash that game. He threw for 84 yards. We were one of the worst defenses in the country last year. I mean, I just, there's part of me, I'm just not a believer in LSU. Just not.
It's all
That's why I
about-
said not this year. I mean, they got kind of lucky last year. I think kind of game went their way. Well, that's why I was saying I think the hype's going to get them this year. You know, because they think that, hey, we're good. Florida State's going to come in this Sunday. It's going to come in tomorrow. And I think they're going to be fired up, and they're going to put that upset on. Well, I don't know if call it upset or not. But they're going. I'm calling Florida State to beat LSU in that game. They're going to be fired up where LSU. Yeah.
LSU's a 2.5-point favorite in that game, so practically it's a pick.
I think I picked Florida State on there. I think it was straight up on the college pick on. But yeah, I just got this feeling that Florida State's going to beat them.
Did they play 300 yards passing on Georgia defense last year?
Yeah.
He can pass.
Did you see that Caleb?
I mean, I just-
Ray Paley won't know where Remy and Ray are.
The,
I'll say it. He's,
I think they're. I don't believe in all the hype they have this year. But I still think they'll be in contention in the West. I think it's either going to be Bama or LSU. I think them are the clear cut, two members coming out of the West. I think it's a drop off now.
Real quick before you go, Kyle, I asked Caleb this one: sleeper team, SEC.
In the SEC or just in general?
Well, in general too, if you want to give that.
I'm going to say Kansas State.
Ooh,
I think Kansas State can make the playoff this year.
did they get that running back come back this year? Or did he graduate?
No, but running back's not, Chris Kleiman from North Dakota State, the way they built their programs, Deuce Vaughn was great, but they got a transfer. Dadgummit, who is that transfer that they got?
Yeah.
I can't remember his. They got a big time transfer
Right.
running back that transferred up there, and I just don't think there's going to be any drop off of Kansas State. I expect Kansas State. They got the best offensive guard in the country. They're going to be able to run the ball, and I think Kansas State's they could easily get in the college football playoff. I think they win the Big 12.
Wow,
Got a
that's
favorable
tough.
schedule.
In the top
Missouri's
four.
their out of conference team. So Kansas State would be. I'm a believer in climbing.
Top four. Wow, look at you go. SEC.
SEC sleeper. I say Arkansas. I think Arkansas is getting slept on. Travis Williams was a great hire at DC. I know he's a former Auburn guy, but Barry Odom at the end of his tenure, Cody's the Arkansas expert, but Barry Odom at the end of his tenure, that defense was atrocious. I mean, dropping 8 all the time. I mean, come on, man. Didn't get after the quarterback. They're going to be a lot more aggressive on defense, and I think they could take a step forward. I think they tried to address some of their team chemistry issues from last year. Rocket Sanders, the best running back in the SEC. Just feed him the ball, man. And Dan Enos, when he was there under Bielema, was, I think Bielema kind of controlled the offense. And Cody, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Arkansas and the SEC, I can see Arkansas winning in the West, finish second in the West. I really could.
Man, that 4-game stretch we got coming up, man, that's just a rough stretch. I wish I had it Austin, but
Well,
I ain't for 7-5. 9-3 at best. 7-5, 8-4. I tell you, team, Kentucky. I think Kentucky could finish second in the East.
I can see that too.
Yeah. I think Kentucky got a solid defense, good quarterback play, and good running back play.
Will Levis, is he still?
And they earn a bunch of offensive linemen, don't they?
Yeah, I think so. But I think the biggest thing for Kentucky is they bring back Liam Coe, and they went and got probably the best transfer quarterback in the portal this year in Devin Leary. Perfect fit for what Cohen wants to do. A lot of the same stuff the Rams, the 49ers, the Seahawks run, outside zone, inside zone, with boots off of it, a lot of waggles, great play action game. Kentucky's going to be a lot better this year. They're going to have a lot better quarterback play. Will Levis was go. That was a hype train the entire time.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. They returned the back too, didn't they?
No, Rodriguez is gone.
Rodriguez is gone.
And Bassier Smoke transferred to Colorado. So they're new running back.
Okay. Go Colorado.
Thank you.
Go Buffaloes.
Yeah, Colorado. Good. Can't stand the prime. Well, who did y'all pick for your surprise team?
I had South Carolina in the SEC. Hey, they was on fire last part of the season. I mean, they carried us over into this year. I'm gonna tell you something. Now you may call me silly, but I'm calling it here today. That South Carolina Georgia game, it's gonna be close. But I don't know if South Carolina, if they get fired up and they're really good before they play them, I'm gonna look at their schedules they got. But I'm gonna tell you, they're gonna play Georgia close this year. If not, beat it. I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna say it. I'll just say it. South Carolina's gonna beat Georgia this year.
Wow.
I
Calling
think you guys, man.
I'm calling it.
Everybody riding the Hugh Freeze, the hype train right now, and I feel like today he's gonna do some flashy stuff, try to lean into that hype train a little bit, maybe run some flashy plays and something like that. I picked you guys as the, if y'all can build some hype and just catch a little bit of momentum. Y'all got all the transfers. You got people buying in.
Yeah.
So that's what, as bad as y'all finished last year, I think y'all can completely do a little turnaround right there and be right back in the hunt, so to speak.
Do you think he's gonna be? Go ahead.
I'm with you on South Carolina too. They're a great recruiting class, great transfer class. Who they beat up?
Man, they're fired up from last year. I mean, the way they beat Tennessee, went into bowl game. I mean, beat Clemson, dude. I mean, the way they went into last year, you got to have that fire carry over from next year. I just see some upsets from. If it's not Georgia, it's somebody. Tennessee again, somebody.
I think like Alabama, we know the defense is going to be tough. We know there's talent all the way around quarterback play.
Oh yeah. Oh, Rattler Spencer, yes. I mean, of course. Yeah, he's gonna be on fire again.
This is my opinion on South Carolina. If they brought back, if Marcus Satterfield wouldn't have left and went to Nebraska as the OC with Matt Rule, I'd be more on the South Carolina train. But with them bringing in Dow Loggins, you're always going to have a little bit.
Oh, man.
I say always. Most of the time when you have a change in OC, you're going to have a little bit of a bump. And they're starting out the year with North Carolina.
Yeah.
So, Drake May, Chip Lindsey's now the offense coordinator at North Carolina. And he was offense coordinator in 2017 when Auburn did what they did. Gus Malzahn got out of the way. Best offense in Auburn history, even better than 2010 statistically, points-wise, than 2010 national title of Auburn. The guy can coach quarterbacks. He can scheme up really well. I think North Carolina's going to be pretty good on offense. But I'm not a believer in South Carolina. I just – something about Spencer Rattler changing the OC. Can they take the next step? I don't know. And part of that for me is I saw them get absolutely skull-drugged in the swamp 38-6 last year. But then they flipped the script the next week and beat the crap out of Tennessee.
That's what I'm saying. That last part of the year, they might have struggled. Something happened in between that game. Yeah.
I think they beat North Carolina.
Yeah, you'll know more about it.
I think it's going to be a good game.
Look,
I think they beat North Carolina today.
Well, I know you Arkansas guys are high on Dow Loggins, and I don't really know the guy. Right, by all accounts, he's a great recruiter, coached very well. But it's one of those things. I just got it iffy. I got to see it to believe it with South Carolina.
Brought in Trey Knox, Traylon Burks. I mean, really all our big time recruits that we've had over the years has been because of him.
Look at this. The third game of the season is the South Carolina. They got the South Carolina third game. They're like North Carolina, Furman, and then South Carolina. It's early. It's early in that. against the Georgia game against South Carolina early in the season. So if they
I
still
can
hyped
see them
up, from,
doing like we talked about with Auburn, though. You have a rough patch to start the year.
yeah,
I could easily see Auburn 3-3 mid October, and everybody writing them off, and then we go on a run. I could see that with South Carolina too. That's kind of what they did last year. Remember the Arkansas skull drug last year,
man,
and then they got whipped. I think they got beat 41-0 by Georgia the next week. They were 1-2, 1-3, and then they got on their run, and then they lost that weird game to Florida. But I see it with South. I mean, I see where you're coming from. So,
but
and
now
hey,
looking
he's
at their
recruiting
schedule
like
looking at their schedule, it's tough because they've got Georgia and then they go to play Mississippi State and then Tennessee. So they got Georgia and Tennessee within 2 weeks. That's a tough schedule. So, but if they could, I believe they pull that. If they play Georgia close and pull it out, yeah, I mean, it's going to be a close game. I just got a feeling. But yeah, I think they can. I think they hang with Georgia. They can score on them. But I mean,
is that
who
at
knows?
Georgia?
Yeah, it's at Georgia. Yeah. Wait a minute. I don't know. Let me see. Yeah, I think it's at Georgia. They got 3. Yeah, it's at Georgia. And they got Tennessee at Tennessee. Wow. Yeah. That's tough. Yeah,
That could be.
that's at
I
Georgia.
can see that being Carson Beck's coming out party. Yeah, South Carolina's going to be the first real team they play.
Yeah.
Georgia. So, but I'll be honest with you guys. I mean, Georgia, I could see Georgia. I know that schedule's as easy as it could be, but Mike Bobo's back as the OC. Mike Bobo is good, but he's not Todd Monken. You know, Mike Bobo couldn't have took Stetson Bennett and won 2 national titles.
Yeah.
There's no way.
Yeah, they
No
got
way. He
Tennessee.
couldn't do it with Mark Richt, and they had Matt Stafford. I mean, he had Aaron Murray, and couldn't do it. You know, when that was when the SEC was weaker. Now, obviously, he didn't have Kirby Smart as running the defense for him. But you know, all he's got to do is keep it on the ground and pound. But you know, they just lost Branson Robinson. You know, he tore his ACL. So you know, Georgia's down a running back, which you know, hey, you just plug in another 5-star. But
You brought up Matt Stafford and Aaron Murray. Stetson Bennett is a generational talent. He's better than both those guys.
Oh no, in college.
Hey, I seen his first pregame highlights of his pregame, man. Hey, don't tread lightly on him. I think he might do pretty good in the NFL.
Yeah. But in his last game, threw 3 interceptions and went like 9 yards on 11, like 14 attempts.
Get with the coaching, Cody.
Cody, you're supposed to be rooting for him.
Yeah, it's on your team, Eddie. Your the NFL team. You should be high on him.
No, I didn't want when we drafted him.
Hey, on another note, like y'all know, I had to get my last pick was Bryce Young. Y'all know I had to get him. So last night in the draft, I know
I
they call
think
him.
you put Frank Wright. I mean, they're going to let him throw the ball.
Well, he ain't got no offensive line.
Does he think is he going to be the starter? Or?
Oh yeah.
He ain't gonna have no time to throw. He's gonna be back there dancing all game, and he's gonna end up getting hurt because he's having to dance so much.
Yeah, I don't think he makes it through. He's gonna get hurt.
Well, who they got a running back called? Didn't
NFL,
Christian?
in the NFL, they don't shoot you up like they do in Alabama. Play to the season through a broken clavicle.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
you know,
Carolina.
it is what it is. Didn't Chris McCaffrey? He traded out, didn't he?
Am I the only one that thinks whatever they do down in Alabama, it's a mandate? Tua with his ankle, Jalen with his ankle. Then you got Bryce Young with a jacked up shoulder. They're told this is what you're going to do. This is how you're going to do it.
No pain, no gain.
Get hurt in the process, but you're still going to do it.
No pain, no gain.
Tua getting hurt cost y'all a national title, you know, that year. Because he wasn't healthy.
Well, they think they brung him back too early.
Yeah,
I'll give you that.
y'all.
Yeah,
He should have just said him.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah, that was tough.
I still can't believe Clemson beat y'all that bad. I was shocked. Man, now it took Trevor Lawrence being amazing.
On
But
well, no. Is that the one where the
that's one of the thoughts.
the illegal play, the pick?
Yeah. No. That was with Deshaun
Yeah.
Watson. That should be etched in your memory.
Oh yeah, it is. That's what I'm saying.
You can call it illegal all you want. Steve Sarkisian did it all year 2020. Devontae Smith all year. Hey, they're not. You got to run it, you know. There's no more than that. Look at college football. Okay. Kiffin was doing that at USC in the early 2000s, and you know, that's
smart.
what it came from college football. Super smart.
I just find it hysterical Alabama fans going on refs.
Hey, you gotta take a shot when you can, man. Come on, you know.
Hey, well, last year Alabama was the most penalized team in the SEC.
Exactly. Oh, it was horrible.
But they
Horrible.
also tackled receivers
Horrible.
in the air.
You got to, Kyle. You got to.
Uh,
Had to.
I
And
just
they
hope.
made tests, though,
Gosh, I hope there's still better play. I hope there's better back play from Alabama. That
I'm telling you.
would still. Oh my gosh, I can't sit through another year of them pass interferences or reach back arm passes and not covering. I can't sit through another year of that. I hope the backs are better. Please be better this year, Kevin Steele. Come on, Kevin Steele. Yeah,
That's what Caleb said.
tough.
Well, I was going to say, when Auburn plays Alabama at the end of the year, there's probably going to be about 50 back shoulder throws.
Oh,
Because, you know,
yeah.
that's Hugh Freeze.
Yes, I agree. That's what I'm saying. I hope there's better plays in it. Yeah, he did it. I mean, he's done it at Ole Miss. I mean, you've seen it because that's how he. I mean, tough.
He's bringing it back.
Tough. That's why. Yeah.
This guy, oh my God. I do have a question. What's that, Coach?
I said this is gonna be one of the best Auburn 16-7.
That's right. And we're still going to beat Alabama in Jordan Hare because Saban can't do it.
How dare
Can't
you?
beat us.
How dare you?
No, it's that. Saban's never beat a 9-win Auburn team. Never. LSU or Alabama.
You said it's gonna be nine wins going in the Iron Bowl.
If Auburn is 9-2 or 8-3 going into that game, Auburn's winning that game.
That's pretty tough. I'm not. That would be not hard not to agree with because they would have the momentum and they know they've learned the system. Good point. That's tough to call on that one. That's a good point. That's tough to say.
I don't think it'll happen. I mean, I think Auburn's going to be 7-5 this year. I want us to play well. I want us to be aggressive on offense. I just don't think we got the dudes on defense, and I told you guys that earlier. This will Kyle, he talks trash, and then he goes, "I don't think it'll happen." No, I said I didn't talk trash. I gave you.
Yeah, I gotta say that's It's a legitimate argument. I'll give it to it. Yeah, I'll give you that. It's legitimate. But will they do now? That's the question. Will they go 9-3? Do you think if they're 5 and something, do you think they win it?
No, absolutely not. That's a really bad year.
Or 4
If
or
we
whatever?
are 3 though, if we go into that game, if we beat Alabama, we're 10-2 or 9-3 to end the year. Y'all better look out.
Next year.
Because Auburn's coming. They're recruiting. He's already. I mean, dude, our average recruiting ranking right now, we're per player, we're 5th in the country. I mean, Auburn's coming either way. Recruiting's focused now.
What was that?
Fun. I think Iron Bowl is going to be really fun the next few years.
Somebody got coffee.
Stepping 10 more years. He's going to die on the field, man. I just cannot see him retiring.
The Starbucks.
Okay. So, well, fellas, it's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun.
I got one question.
Whatever.
One last question. One last question.
Uh-oh.
Your top 2 coaches in the SEC, Nick Saban and Kirby Smart. Who's the third top coach?
Oh,
Who's the third
tough.
best coach?
Good question. Frank Beamer. I
There's
mean,
several-
not Frank Beamer, but Shane
Oh,
Beamer.
man, that's
No,
no
I'm kidding.
question.
Third,
Dude, that's
third.
hard. Last year,
Right
I would've
now,
said
there's
Ryan
there's no standout yet. You really don't know. From his past, not what he's coached in the SEC, but from his past, you would have to say Brian Kelly. From his past at Notre Dame or whatever. But if you go by SEC only, I don't know if he's proved it. He had a great year last year, so could probably say Brian Kelly would be the third.
You got
I think it's easily Brian Kelly. Now that you mention it, at first it's LSU goes to that.
Yeah, he goes to Tuscaloosa
Terrible,
and pulls out again. Yeah,
that was not that LSU team.
Go into overtime, a gutsy call to go for two instead of, and win the game against Alabama. Yeah, you have to go with that, right? So if you went by that, yeah, from his past, not just from the SEC because he's 1 year, I'd have to say Brian Kelly.
I probably would have said that coming into the SEC last year. Just come Brian Kelly. He's won everywhere he's been.
Yeah.
If he had a decent quarterback at Notre Dame, he'd probably have national championship.
True.
True. Very true. That's why I'm excited about having Tommy Reese in Alabama. Because they couldn't get over the hump at Notre Dame. But to be fair, he's got more talent in that quarterback room than he's ever had. And he don't have to be the lead. Saban, he's already got Julie and Say next year committed. And
dude, I've seen some clips. Oh man, that dude. But I've seen some clips of that dude. But
he's a baller.
man,
Blake Barnett looked like the truth too. Though.
True. I followed Blake Barnett. Watched the clips of him and thought he was going to be great. But but then you go with
your wife.
Hey, you go there with that one. But yeah, I know it was funny. But
love you guys. Have a great day.
Yes, sir. I've enjoyed it. And hey, if y'all want to do it again next week, we'll have some more. Of course, there'll be a lot more to talk about probably after this week when these games over. So if y'all want to do it again next week, we'll do it again.
I'll be playing basketball next Saturday morning, so I don't know. I don't know how long I can do it, but I can probably get on here for a little bit, especially if you start at 7.
Yeah, I'll go. I was up, so we can start at 7 if you want to, and then just do about a 30-minute or an hour, 7 to 8. Does that work good with everybody?
Yeah, works for me.
Unless
I'll get up next week.
it depends on. We're supposed to be going to, and y'all, I don't know, you can tell. Skylar's birthday. We're probably to a trampoline park, so I'll try to get one. I may get one in before we leave, or we can do it on the way or whatever. But yeah, we're gonna take her to the trampoline park, and
Sounds good.
we'll let y'all know. So if y'all got any good, we're trying to figure out which is the best one in Birmingham. Y'all may know more about that than us, so let us know which one y'all think is good.
It's definitely not the one on Lakeshore.
Okay.
I don't remember the name of it, but don't go to the one on Lakeshore.
The one in, I think Courtney was looking at the one in Trustville. What is that one?
It was definitely better than the one on Lakeshore.
Okay.
The
That's
one
good
off
to know.
Oxmoor is pretty nice.
One of them's got a go-kart
One-
ring in it too. I'd like to see that one. I don't know. But yeah, we're gonna take it.
The Audubon thing, it's behind the Asian store right there, McDonald's and all that.
Okay.
Papa's, whatever that meat 3 is, Papa's.
Yeah.
It's right there behind that. It's
Okay.
pretty nice. We took. All right, love you guys.
All right,
Have a great
yeah.
day.
Well, I'll let y'all know next week we're gonna do it. If we do, I'll start it at 7. We'll get it in and we'll do some comments. And if y'all got anything on comment on or write down some topics, we'll get it. All right. Enjoyed it, bud. Roll Tide. See y'all. Enjoyed it. See you, Cody. All right, everybody. See y'all. All right, that's it. In the stream.